Hey guys, this is Ladronos. We're back on the dev server for 1.43, and we're taking a look at the new Japanese jet bomber. This is the R2Y2 Kai V3, and people have told me that you cannot get it off the ground, so I haven't actually flown it yet. We're going to take a look at that together, but first I just want to take a look at the aircraft itself as we're on the ground here. It's very nice. You can see it's got a bomb underneath it. I decided to take it just to see how it performs with that. I'm most likely going to take that off if I find myself unable to take off at all. Here's the stat card. And put that up on the left so you can take a look for yourself. It will be battle rating 7.0 unless something changes, with a max speed of 865 kilometers an hour. If you can get it off the ground, that is, because if you look closely at the tail section right now, you can make it go down, but you cannot make it go up. Right now I'm repeatedly pressing S, which is similar to pulling on a joystick if you play with that. It does not want to go up, so you cannot get enough lift to get off the ground unless you try some unorthodox maneuvers. It's got two engines, which look fairly nice, and at the front it's got four 30mm Type 5 cannons, which we're going to fire off in both the third-person view and the cockpit to see how they sound. First off, third-person view. The recoil is good enough to push the airplane back a little bit. Now, I'm going to switch to cockpit. Oh, actually, this thing doesn't appear to have a cockpit. It is a jet without a cockpit. Excellent. And we're going to try firing it from virtual cockpit then. As you can see, the plane moves backwards when we do that. Okay, plane's been repaired, or rearmed, great. Let's try taking off and see if people speak the truth when they say you cannot take this aircraft off the ground. I feel challenged. Let's do this. I'm surprised that it doesn't have a cockpit. Maybe it's not finished yet, or it will be implemented before 1.43, but that's bizarre for a fighter jet to not have a cockpit. Should make for some interesting simulator games. Okay, now apparently by itself it does want to push the tail controls up, so maybe we can get off the ground. Perhaps they fixed it in this iteration of the dev server. Yes, we can get off the ground just fine. I'm not sure what the issue was, but whatever it was, it seems to have been fixed. We go ahead and head over to the ship, drop our bomb, and see if we can do this aircraft. I really like the look of it, and the default camo. It reminds me a little bit of the MiG-9 here at the back with the two engines. Very nice. So we're on a bomb-friendly destroyer, and we continue on our way. And bomb away. Very nice. That's the end of the destroyer. Now this plane, according to the stat card, if nothing changes, is going to be 220,000 RP to unlock, which is a little compared to most other jets, such as the F2 Sabre and the CL-13A, where it costs 380,000 to unlock it. This is 220,000. It's 160,000 RP less. Pretty significant, especially since this thing is armed with 4 30mm cannons, which can rip things apart. If you've seen the ME-163 in game, you know that if those shots hit, if they don't spark, that is, bombers are done. It's over. Any plane that you touch, it vaporizes pretty much. Now with 4 of them, keep in mind these are different cannons, but you still they're still 30mm. Let's just take a look at shooting this vehicle really quickly. This should be a lot of fun to fly. As I said earlier, this is a battle rating of 7.0, meaning the highest aircraft you'll see are 8.0, so in this jet you'll most likely be facing things such as the F-84, the P-80, the F-80, planes of that nature, perhaps a Meteor here or there. So it should definitely even out the odds a little bit, because the only decent aircraft that could get into those types of games beforehand, that wasn't a prop, was of course the Ki-200. And that is because the other jet aircraft for the Japanese line at the current time, before 1.43 gets released, is the Honor Sabre, which is the F-86 F-30 Sabre for the Japanese tree. And that is rated at a much higher battle rating, meaning you can't get into games that include the F-80s and the P-80s and things like that, and you're most likely going to see MiG-15s and CL-13s on the opposing front. So I hope that gives you a little look through of what to expect from this plane. I like it. I'm definitely going to go unlock it and see what I can do with it. They seem to have fixed the tail control problems, so you can actually take off and fly around without a problem. And I'm going to take a look at some of the other aircraft that are going to be released in the nearby patch. I hope you enjoyed watching. Have a good day.